And remember, this video is brought to you by the courses linked down below on Building Your Wealth. Use that coupon code linked below. Right, Jack? Woo! Hey everyone, me Kevin here with Jack. We go-karted over here. That's why Jack's got his helmet on. And we're going to do a quick walkthrough of this 1964, 1,500-ish square foot house. Jack, what's your favorite part so far about this house? The old mail slot in the door. This is pretty cool, huh? And the oranges. So one of the first things you're going to see when you're looking at a property like this is, well, first of all, there's no flooring. You have kind of a lot of flooring missing. You've got some cracks in the floor, essentially in the concrete slab. And a lot of folks will look at this and say, oh my gosh, like there's no way we're going to be able to get financing on a house like this because all of the carpet has been removed. But one of the beautiful things that you could do if you wanted to finance a house like this is you could just write into your contract, buyer to install carpet prior to the appraisal at no liability to the seller. And now a buyer who's putting 3.5% down, 5% down, 10% down, or whatever, would potentially be able to buy a property like this with the acoustic ceiling. You've got the old 1960s kind of frosted glass over here, 1960s electrical, 1960s most things here. Of course, you're going to run into some issues when you have this because this is obviously clearly a sign of a roof leak. So this is where things would get a little more expansive, where you probably have to fix this prior to closing escrow. So financing on something like this is going to be a little bit more challenging because you're going to have to be creative with how you deal with things like this. Older kind of kitchen layout here. You've got the smaller kitchen layout here. I usually like these older cabinets. These have been painted before, this sort of Navajo white color here. I usually like going a little brighter. What do you got there, Jack? Orange. The house comes with orange trees? Yeah, which also means the house comes with rats. But fruit trees, I don't love in rentals. But anyway, one of the things that a lot of folks are going to be really motivated about in a property like this, and you'll see it better when we zoom out over here-ish or walk out, is this little middle section here that really compartmentalizes off the kitchen. It'd be really nice to be able to open this up. Although it could create some complications if any one of these is bearing, it'd even potentially be worth just leaving a post so you can minimize your building and safety requirements. But anyway, coming into here, walking into this closet, a little weird, right? Not sure that it's necessary. If you could open this up and create much more of a flowing dynamic in the house, I think that would work well because then you'd also be connecting the dining room to the family room, to the kitchen, which is sort of a popular way of homes being designed now. You've got the triangle, right? Dining, family, and kitchen being a triangle. This sort of segmenting things right now with this sort of weird office-esque thing. Odd. Another thing you'll notice here is they painted the baseboards the same color as the wall. Not very popular. Usually you're going to want to see a contrast. It's a lot more modern to have a contrast in the colors. Jack, do you think it would look nice if these were white and next to this, so you have different colors? We got a thumbs up from Jack. Okay, good. Obviously, you've got acoustic ceilings here. This was built before 1978, so you're probably going to be looking at lead-based paint. You're looking at acoustic that probably contains asbestos. Probably, if it's the original furnace, asbestos ducting as well. This furnace was replaced in the 90s. We do have a fiberglass plenum here. Without going into the attic, though, it's not going to be possible to know if they've replaced the ductwork. But a quick peek in the attic, you would know. This unit also looks like it's already kind of getting to the end of its life. You see this condensation right here on the exhaust pipe? This is a sign of something known as short cycling, where basically the unit turns on and off frequently and creates condensation on the exhaust pipe. Not good. So, Jack, you doing all right? Yeah. All right. Get over into the bathroom over here. First, you're going to notice a few doors have damage to them, kind of right at like fist level. Looks like there was a patch done right here, and then this entire door was actually replaced. 6-panel door, circa early 2000s. And this one has another one right here. Most of the time you're gonna have to replace doors like this, but this surround actually not in horrible shape, not in bad shape at all. And from what I could see, it looks like the property has been replaced with copper plumbing. Water heaters, copper plumbing. It's a little difficult to tell what we have here. So I'll take the tip of a key here, and let's see if we can get a little bit of a look-see here. This might still be galvanized. Yeah, so it's only been partially replumbed, which is a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, so half replumbed. Probably the outside, the kitchen, and the backyard. Plumbing's expensive. You go to repipe an entire property, you're probably looking at $6,000 out here in California. And I'll take a peek under the kitchen sink. Kind of gives you the original cabinetry look here. I don't really love the condition of these cabinets. Usually I love keeping cabinets when I can, but not loving the condition of the cabinets. A little difficult to see. This kind of signifies probably original plumbing here. The electrical panel's original. They've added a few GFCIs here, but otherwise pretty beat up. I mean, everything about the cabinets is sort of being chipped and eaten up and chewed away already, or grimy. Doesn't make it super desirable. This was probably a rental, something that didn't have like a homeowner over improving it, right? This is also a little funky here. Look at this sort of countertop. How they put they went with a cheaper cooktop or oven unit range basically. And rather than getting the more expensive ones that are flat, they ended up just putting a Formica piece or Formica wrapped 2x8 right here to sort of cover the back, which is not working at all. If you ever do a range like this, you would just get one with the controls in the front. Jack, we're almost done, okay?
Let's show the oranges.
We'll show the oranges in 1 minute, okay, Jack? We're gonna show the bedrooms and then the oranges. Is that a deal? All right, good deal. So, this used to be back in the day a door frame here, and a lot of chips, a lot of nicks in the property. Just a beat up property. It's unfortunate, but, oh man, they just painted right over this. I mean, it's just lazy. To me, this looks like, honestly, like seeing that, looks like lazy landlord. This is like blow and go kind of landlord who went through here. Everything's beat up and chipped up about this place. It's really crusty and kind of nasty. I mean, look at this. Look at this janky work here. This is a kind of property that's just like, ugh. Like, I don't even know that I want to own something like this, because it's just every corner you go to or every new turn you make, you feel like, what is this? Like, what kind of craftsmanship is this? It's non-existent craftsmanship. It's horrible. I mean, just the more I look around, the more I'm like, gosh, could you have been any more like crusty with like the big drips right here, and just everything about it, like even the rusty color up there, like what happened here? How many leaks have been painted over in this place? The windows, I mean, just like, I mean, I have properties with old windows, but golly, this is crusty. This is like it's actually not as horrible as I thought, but I mean, what is this nail? Look at that, hold on. Oh, look at this screw here just going through the window screen, because they probably lost the original screen screws. And then you can even see here, non-weathered, what looks like potentially a drywall screw right here. Just, the more I look at this thing, the closer I look at this, the more I look at this and go, this is more than just a fixer. I mean, look at, even the 6-panel door has already been smashed. You see this, Jack? Look at it, it's split. Crazy, huh? Somebody broke it in, huh, Jack?
See this?
What's that? Yeah, big old hole. How do you think that happened, Jack?
TNT.
TNT? Oh, okay, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, like, this room doesn't seem as bad. Again, the same blow and go kind of Navajo white. I like to scrape the ceilings. It's not that hard to do, even with asbestos. Look up the OSHA rules for protecting yourself with asbestos. It's actually not that hard. It's so overblown, the fear for it. Another roof leak over here. So on this one, you've got original plumbing, original electrical, partial plumbing upgrade, but I don't trust anything these people did looking around at this thing. The roof needs to be replaced. I mean, these are big system things that make this a very expensive property. Gosh, even the sink has a massive crack. Like, how do you crack the sink like that? It's just, I don't get it. You know, I've had one of these before, and actually had it end up leaking in the foundation. I'll link a video in the description down below. It's kind of cool. you can see we had to excavate the entire thing out, and the insurance company fortunately covered it, but the whole thing backed up. It was a disaster, but that was thankfully because it created damage and insurable event. All right, Jack, what are you doing? The water works, little guy. No exhaust fans in the bathrooms. You know, this is the lazy landlord put the larger faceplate over these. See, this is a supersized faceplate. Compare that to a normal faceplate. Let me see if I can find. See, like, this is more of a normal size faceplate. Look at how much smaller this one is compared to that last one. No, please, Jack, turn it off, okay? We're in California. We don't have a lot of water. I would be surprised if this was like either a room rental or something, but every room's got sort of a different motif. I mean, this is blue framing around the window, and then and the closet, and then you've got the white sort of 70s paneling here. Man, rough. Oh yeah, look at this. Every room is keyed. Ugh, funky. Another damaged door. I mean, all the doors are gone here. See, like, these are the things that just make this, like, real estate unprofitable, because you go in here, it's like, oh, I just need to put flooring in and paint in. And, well, then you look and you go, no, every door needs to be replaced. The electrical system's old, the plumbing system's old, the roof is shot. Any work that they've done is shoddy craftsmanship, so you're tempted to replace it. There are nicks and damage everywhere. It's this marble paper over the closet. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. This is. I mean, it's not like it's bad, but it's just abused, is what it is. Nothing that can't be fixed, but golly, just abused. I just don't. Personally, I don't buy abused properties. I try to buy properties where they're dated and ugly. Yes, sir. What? You found a light switch?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, well, that works. I'm like, what's special about a light switch, son? Well, this one works. That's a good one, Jack. There you go. Look at that. So here's just another example of kind of like cheesy landlord. I honestly, I hate to say this, and like, I'm a landlord, but I don't do this kind of bullcrap. Look at this. They put linoleum over, this is linoleum, right? Which is just like sheet vinyl. And then they put it over the old linoleum that was here that's also chipped. And they obviously didn't do a good job, because now the vinyl's peeling up off the other vinyl, which is also chipped and damaged. I mean, look how grimy this place is. It's just disgusting. And again, I'm all for buying places that are gross, but like if this place had updated plumbing, a new roof, and new windows, I'd be like, yeah, give me some, you know what, give me some mold while you're at it. But there's nothing good about this place. I mean, maybe if there's one thing, it's this $800 water heater that actually looks like it. I was gonna say it's pseudo look professional, because they actually drained the temperature pressure relief valve to the outside and looked like a professional install, but no Schmitty pan. But it's actually nicely blocked, which is good. That's another lazy thing. Oh, thank you, Jack. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Copper plumbing here, which is nice. They put a little, probably a soft water loop in here to wash a car or something. But otherwise, just kind of sad, honestly. Janky. You got the exposed Romex over here to wire in a fluorescent light, which is just another code violation, draping the yellow cable there through the attic. It's silliness. Where's that one that you saw? Then we'll go out back. I'll show you the electrical panel here in a second. What do you got, Jack? Oh, yeah. You got the fan that works. All right, Jack, let's take a look in the backyard. Oh. You want to look at the oranges? Just not loving this. Oh, I didn't even show off the crack in the foundy, but whatever at this point. We can go back to it. So, quick note on the roof, since we're here and we can look at it. So, the leaks appear to be where the valleys are. So valleys are where the two parts of the roof come together. The staining seems to be kind of like right in the middle of those, which is a very, very common place for there to be leaves or debris in the water to pool. And then anytime water pools, water can easily get under the asphalt shingle rather than just rolling off like a duck's back. And then this is not a good idea either, to have like a curb next to your property like this. And then a bunch of water that tenants are going to put in here, which would just damage the foundation. Very bad idea to put this next to a property. I personally would probably get rid of this. Or you know, like an easy thing you can do is like flat, like frame it out and flat cement it. And then it's like a cement bench. That actually, really good idea. I'm proud of myself for that. Yeah, because I mean, if you got rid of it, then you're gonna have all that stucco damage on the side of the property. It's not gonna be great. We'll take a look at the old electrical panel here, and then we'll look at Jack's oranges. Looks like they had a shed back here. Definitely want to paint these fences. The fence actually not in horrible shape. Jack, there you are. Okay. So electrical panel over here. Chimney's missing a chimney cap. Both of these houses are missing caps on the chimney. Gotta put caps on the chimney. People don't do that. They're like $100. Look at this old, rusty, crusty Zinsco recalled electrical panel. I wouldn't be surprised if we open this. Jack, would you mind holding the camera for a second? If we open this up, if we see some arcing, can you just hold it kind of like that? Don't push any buttons if you can, okay?
Okay.
All right, now kind of point it towards where Dad is. Down a little bit. Okay, so that way if I get zapped. Okay, hold it right there. That's good. That's good. Up a little bit. Yeah, right there. That's perfect. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see if Dad gets zapped here. Oh. Okay, so not much to see here other than a lot of dust and grossness. Actually, I'm surprised. It's, for what it is, it's not in terrible condition. It's a little rusty in there. Thank you, Jack, for holding that. A little rusty in there, but no clear signs of arcing. So not horrible. Copper wiring throughout, which is good. Jack, would you mind holding this whole, or you know what, I'll just put it right here. That's all right. Oh, and we got some termites on the fence right here. So I'll show you what that looks like for giggles. But this is the worst part, honestly. Taking it out is one thing, but oh, the big leads are right there, and I don't want to get shocked by those because that's a lot of potential amperage. Oh, it's still 120 volts times 2 though. That's not it. There we go. Okay. Oh, they put a surge protector on the house. I thought I was the only person who put surge protectors on. They even used the same one I did. Anyway, these are termite droppings right here. You can kind of see just the little termite frass, they call it in there, and the little channels that they create. Not a big deal. You fumigate the house if you wanted to. But drywood termites out here are pretty common. Yeah, you gonna kick around? Yeah, you are. All right, so for the privacy sake of the property, I'm not going to show the front of the house. Otherwise, I just don't want to hear about it, especially since I wasn't like the most optimistic. And there's a bungee cord hanging from the roof with a nail in it. Ah, right, the oranges. And then I want to show the crack in the foundation, which I want to talk about. Yes, so we have, I'm not sure, these look like lemons. These are lemons. You've got oranges. I saw oranges here. These are oranges. There they are. Oranges. Good, Jack. Yeah. Good. We are kind of out of room in the go-kart. We did go-kart over here. So kind of limited on room there. But otherwise, no major 2 stories next to you. Kind of like that. This flat roof over here looks like an add-on. See, and you get a big flat roof like that, it looks like oh man, what happened to that door next door? Now I kind of want to know what's going on next door. Because when you, oh gosh, Jack. Look at this. Oh yeah, this is for sure an add-on. Hold on a second here. What is this funky door? Oh, it's just some old like foam that they sprayed around. Look at this.
Can I put this in the house?
Yes, please, Jack. That's a little funky. And then you can also see where the add-on starts over there. See where it juts out? It's just a little funky. So I wonder if that's like a room rental or something like there. What is that? Why does the glass look so dusty? And look at this. Hold on a sec.
I got another one.
Huh. I don't like anything about this house so far. I don't like the neighbor. I don't like the property itself. I mean, yeah, I don't want to just bag on it. I mean, it has potential. Oh, and the rat poop stuck to the wall. Like, how do you pull that off? I really want to know. How do you pull off, Jack? How do you get rat poop stuck to the wall? Don't touch it. It's literally rat poop stuck to the wall. How did that happen? They probably had some cabinets or boxes up against here, and then they were running around on this or something.
And then.
Yeah, that's a thumbs down. All right, let's get inside. Oh, this is just gross. But again, like I could deal with gross. It's just, this has to be, properly dealt with for the amount of, like, just structural or, like, bone bad things. Like, this isn't even a fire door. No. All right, Jack, let's get inside. It's thing after thing with this one. Okay, so now let's look at the... One of those is going to be the disposal. Okay, good. Don't do the other one, okay? The other one's going to be the disposal if they added one. I'm sure they did. All right, that door's locked. Good. So let's take a peek over at the foundation that's cracked pretty nicely over here. 1, 2... Yeah, one sec, Jack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, this was an add-on. That's why it's cracked. Jack! I said don't do the other one. Remember? When Dad said don't do the other one, there was a reason for that, you little skink. I told you not to do it. So take a look at this. Just figured this out. So you got one bedroom over here, one bathroom over here, number 2 bedroom, number 3 bedroom, number 2 bathroom, and the sink is dripping. Turn that off. There we go. This crack right here, because the house is slab. It's actually pretty good. Look at this. And that's kind of weird. It almost seems like there was a close off there, or like that wall there. But anyway, the slab, not that bad. You know, this is the worst, which that's not that bad. For a 1964 house, that crack right there, well, it's a little larger than a hairline crack, I'd say. Not that bad. A lot of this slab, you know, another little hairline over here, super nominal. Like that's nothing. You come over here, and I'm looking at this like, man, that's a crack. Take a look at that. See? And this, folks, is actually a settlement crack. Because look at that. They're 2 totally separate slabs. So this back section was an add-on. Now it makes sense. So they added one room probably in, and now it makes sense why they have the wood paneling. Because they probably added this in the 70s. So check for permits on this. So they added 2 bedrooms with the 70s paneling. And I wonder how they ended up pulling off getting the duct work over here. So that'd be interesting. One sec, almost done, Jack. But now you have a 5-bedroom, 2-bath. No bathrooms they added. Definitely got to make sure this is permitted. Let's take one more look out back and let's go. Yes, Jack?
Can I count how many light switches work?
Yes, but don't touch that one in the kitchen again, okay? Thank you. So Jack's doing our home inspection. All right. Let's see if we can identify from the outside where that add-on was. But yeah, I mean, you would want to epoxy seal that whole cobweb. Nice. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it. Take a look at it right here. See that? Look at that right there in the stucco. Pretty obvious. They even go to a different kind, or smaller material here. Well, you got your transition piece right here. So you go from sort of like original 2x4s to what look like new school 2x4s, and then more of like a 2x6 in the middle.
I already have 6.
6 that work?
And one in the garage.
Jack, do you like this house? So? Mm-hmm. All right, we'll have to let the commenters decide. So let me know, folks. Did you like this house? It's a $680,000 house. That's probably, you know, if this were dolled up, like if I could buy this, which I'm not going to be able to, but if I was able to buy this for 6, I'd probably be able to flip it for 8. Nice. But then I'd be able to actually put the money in that this house needs. But plumbing, electrical, roof, the add-on's not bad. Kind of weird. It doesn't have another bathroom, but the add-on, if it's permitted, not terrible. Good job, Jack. So maybe that'll give it some extra value, but windows, I don't know, all the funkiness of it. You know what? It's an 8+ house in this neighborhood. Could even be 825 roof, but you're gonna have to spend at least bare minimum $75K getting all that stuff up to date. Unless you just didn't do the plumbing, you didn't do the electrical, you patched the roof, and you just went super cheap on it. But I don't think this house deserves super duper cheap. because it kind of needs the other stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm overestimating, but again, you put $70,000 into this, then you're in at $750. By the time you pay realtors and selling fees, you sell it for $8, you're break even or losing money, and that's no good. So, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Flipper gets it, but for me, in terms of something to keep, no thanks. Too many problems, too many big expenses that I don't want to deal with.
There's only 8.
Only 8 that work?
I think so.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for helping. You ready to go back in the go-kart? You want to see the go-kart? Take a look at the go-kart we got.
You have to bring the orange and lemon juice.
If you like go-karts and you want something like this, go to metkevin.com/cart. metkevin.com/cart, K-A-R-T or C-A-R-T. All right, so I just did want to run some quick numbers on it. If with this extra square footage, well, let me first say we're ceiling down guaranteed at $900,000. At $900,000, actually, you're way above. You have a 2,000 square foot home, which means you've got about 500 extra square feet. You've got an extra bathroom, and you've got a 90s build, which is about 30 years newer. So that honestly means this particular property probably caps out somewhere around 830. Although if the market continues on this path it's on, it wouldn't shock me for it to sell for like 850 fixed up. Which if the property sells for list price at $680,000 and you put $70,000 into it, I'm going to call it roof 10K, plumbing, electrical 10K, might not be repiping everything, but making everything safe and quality and fixing the issues. There are new valves and that. So now you're at 20K in. Paint and flooring inside out for paint plus flooring, you're probably going to be another 20K here. So now you're at $40,000. And you still haven't touched the wall or light fixture. Well, plumbing and electrical, we throw that in there. So you're looking at the wall, the kitchen, bathroom vanities, because you could probably, I don't want to keep the vanities, so you could probably keep the tub and the shower, the little triangle shower that you've got in the master. Not the most ideal, but short of replacing everything, you're going to be knocking on the door of probably $70,000, I think, relatively quickly on this one. So let's go with, and that's not even, I mean, then if you have a sewer issue on top of that, it's just, you're going to break the bank. I don't even know what the ducting's like. You know, the furnace already looks kaput, so you're easily going to blow the extra 30K on your kitchen, vanities, fixtures, finishes, furnace, and potentially other issues. So if you buy it for, let's say you got it for list price $680, add $70,000 into it, you're in for $750. If you were to flip it, you'd probably be looking at a break even of about $798,000. Which, hey, I mean, if you could sell it for $830,000, that'd be like a 32K profit, especially if you got this moving fast and your holding costs were low. Not horrible. If you wanted this as a rental, again, I think you max out at like $825, $830. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up going out with multiple offers, though, and ends up selling for over listing price. Probably, unless there's a creative loan buyer, probably going to go out with a loan. Not my favorite kind. Probably would be looking for something that needs a little bit less work. It's a lot of money to tie up and a lot of work to tie up into a property that I just don't love as much. Not particularly my favorite. Like if this were in a different location, maybe I'd consider it. And you've got the question mark of the neighbor. You got the question mark of permitting, which I could look up to see if it's permitted, but I'm not going to do that right now because I just don't like it. I'm just not interested in it. But hey, there's room there for somebody to make profit on it if they kept it as a property that, like somebody starting out with 3.5% down, you do the little carpet and the roof patch and certification or whatever, there's upside in it. There is upside in it. Just know you're getting into a property that was probably a room rental style property and the people didn't care. They beat it up. And again, that's just a matter of a little bit of extra molding and the windows maybe. You don't necessarily have to do the windows, but you know, it's so temperate, the climate out here. But anyway, these are just some extra thoughts. All right, thanks so much for watching this. Remember, if you want to know all of my thoughts on real estate investing and my tricks for property management, getting great tenants who actually take care of properties, and how to take care of those tenants to make sure that you don't get screwed in real estate, check out the programs linked down below. There's a course on property management and rental renovations, and then a separate one on 0 to millionaire real estate investing. If you're trying to get started getting your first property, go for 0 millionaire. If you are already a landlord, you're trying to level up your landlord and rental renovation game, you want to stop wasting money, check out the rental renovations and property management course. Thanks so much for watching. Use that coupon code and check out the programs linked down below on building your wealth, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.